Is there problem?
Potential problem.
Yeah, I'm just looking for my baby's mama. Look at this. And she's all,
Is that fucking like a snake mouth? Put it in your ass, loser.
The most useless waste of time podcast ever created. No intelligent person needs waste their time.
that's just the shortest path by that point, because they're already at the sequel.
Nobody's gonna holler at my microphone. Everybody there! It's funny!
You're listening to the Potential Problems Podcast. Fuck you, pay me. Hashtag just leave it in. Just leave it in.
I like that shot that you have of the Albuquerque. What is that? Like the banking buildings? The fiduciary district.
It's very fiduciary. I wouldn't go there if I were you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've heard people can get very protective of their money and their gold. See Goldfinger, not gold.
Goldfinger! Let me hear your Goldfinger.
Goldfinger! You gotta add a trill on there to make it, to make a big blockbuster movie appropriate.
Very metal. It was like Metal Scream Wednesdays. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Goldfinger.
Meanwhile, we have AC/DC. I was under the table. It's funny how many drinking songs they have, and they were never really drinkers.
No.
Like the old singer was, but then he died
Bon
because
Scott.
of it. Yeah.
He
He drank till the end and sleep in cars. You're a fucking touring musician. Go in the house. You're outside of a house.
Dude,
go lay on a bed.
What a crazy voice. There hasn't really been a voice
Thank
like
you,
that,
thank
right?
you.
Dude, nuts. What a crazy fucking... and then
There's a big fat woman and she fornicated a whole lot of Rosie.
I've got big balls. And then you jump to Brian Johnson. And the guy he has a crazy, and by the way, Jim Brewer, I think probably, that's the best impression I've ever heard. Isn't it crazy how old and crazy Jim Brewer got, right?
Well, he turned a little bit lunatic. Yeah.
He's still not as crazy as fucking Rob Schneider, that guy, right? Do you ever check out his tweets? Oh, dude.
I don't know, man. Rob Schneider's an enigma. His daughter hates him.
I think he has CTE because he says so much stupid shit. Is my own guess. We were talking about by the way,
what you looking?
Potential Problems Podcast. Everybody, I was looking for the intro. I'm John Cuellar. That is.
I'm Alan Clark. Hello.
Hello. Yes. I paid $30 for a gallon of gas today, Alan. It's going down.
Oh, good. I picked the absolute worst time to buy an extended range gas tank truck.
Was that like a V6, right?
Yeah, it's a V6.
Very large gas tank.
But it's EcoBoost, so it acts like V8.
When are we going to be able to just put homeless people into our gas tanks? Is there are they working on something like that?
Yeah, they're still working on the chemical composition to convert human homeless into petrol.
Yeah, or at least fentanyl addicts or something, just some sort of we can Soylent Green gas is made out of homeless people. Stop, Ellen.
It's a good movie. Soylent Green is people.
Oh yeah, Goldfinger. That's what I wanted to get to. Is we were talking before the show about you're currently going through the James Bond catalog, Sean Connery era.
The Sean Connery Volume 1.
Yeah, the guy who used to say
each movie has a separate disc for special features. This is what we're missing in the streaming age. All these extra features.
Yeah. What extra fingers? What extra features do they have on the James Bond?
I'm sure some behind-the-scenes stuff, probably interviews, deleted scenes.
Sean Connery slapping someone.
Yeah. I did get off a really good joke watching Goldfinger last night. I want to keep calling it Goldmember because I'm so familiar with Goldmember.
Goldmember.
I love gold. But there's the scene where, you know, at the very beginning, James Bond plants the explosive, and then he goes back to the party, and this dude's like, "You got to leave. You know, don't go back to your hotel." He's like, "I've got business to attend to."
Yeah.
And then he goes back to his hotel room, and there's a lady in the like the tub taking a bath, and I very quickly got the line off. I was like, "Oh, good, you've washed it all out of yourself." He's coming back for more. He does. Get that out of there. I don't like gay stuff. James, it's yours. Get it out.
I'm not eating it. I won't even clean up my own mess. Something tells me that in English, he was knighted, for Christ's sake, Alan. A knight's not going to do that.
James or Sean?
Sean.
Oh, yeah, no, of course not.
Yeah, and then don't knights always clean off their swords? Isn't that another thing?
Is that a euphemism?
And they leave the scabbard cleaning to others. So how many movies in are you?
3. It's
Okay.
Dr. No.
Dr. No.
No, wait a minute. Yeah, Dr. No, From Russia with Love, then Goldfinger.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Goldfinger's pretty good, but I thought the first one, Dr. No, was a lot funnier.
Oh, yeah.
I think that one had some of the henchmen who had like a bad hairline, and they throw like flaming kebabs at people.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I know I've seen all of these, but it's been a while.
Yeah, I've never actually seen them in their entirety as an adult. So.
Any of the Bond movies?
Well, a couple. I've watched, the Pierce Brosnan ones. Those
Sure.
more so
From the 90s,
early 2000s. Yeah, before they replaced him with a blonde guy. I'm still mad that they did that. Why'd you put a blonde guy in? Like, his performances are good enough, but like make his hair black.
I could get that. I'd say definitely watch Layer Cake if you get a chance.
Layer
'Cause
Cake?
That's the whole. To me, I think that's the whole reason why they saw Daniel Craig in that movie, and they're like, "Holy shit, this is the next Bond," because his performance in that is so strong. I mean, we were talking about movies before, so I'm excited. What's the next one on your list? I'm excited to discuss the
I
next
think we only have the volume 1. I have to
yeah,
check.
gotcha.
I have to
Okay.
check our reserves.
Okay.
Because this isn't on streaming. And I've noticed, even with the DVD quality being a little less resolution, the color's so much better because it's not compressed to shit. So, like, if there's, a dark room on screen, you don't see those circles of slightly different black shades.
Yeah.
It's actually just smooth color.
Yeah.
The sound is a little bit better, too. So, that's been fun.
Well, the last Bond movie was as a student of film, you've got to be checking out like the filming style and just how primitive it is, and how
They really let those takes breathe.
Yeah, they did, right? Just very long shots. And then you compare it with anything from today. We're talking like 5-6 seconds tops for each shot, right?
And nowadays they love a wide angle lens.
Yeah.
We watched the new Sacha Baron Cohen movie last night, Ladies First.
Was that good?
It was okay.
What's that about?
That's about 90 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the
So
plot?
it's like Mad Men, but if Don Draper hit his head and woke up in a world where everything was reversed gender-wise, power dynamic-wise. So it's women running the world and men are like emotional and, on the pill.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that kind of movie.
Do you think Mad Men came up with the Angry Whopper?
The Angry Wappa?
Yeah, possibly. Was that before their time?
I don't know. I'm only vaguely familiar with Mad Men. I'm still on my first watch.
So the last movie in the Bond franchise was the death of Bond. Bond dies. Sorry, spoiler alert, Alan.
In the current series of Bond movies?
With Daniel Craig, yes.
Oh.
And that's a pretty good flick.
Well, little boy, it had to come someday.
It did.
Yeah.
But there are, in those final, and I think they gave him a good send-off. In a movie, I think it's easier to do that for a character. In a TV series, nobody's ever happy. Can you think of one TV series that ended that people were happy with? I guess comedy series, maybe. Sometimes that's easier to do with, but
I think
still.
people accepted that the Breaking Bad ending was as good as it could be, even though there was people the vocal idiots.
What were some of the common complaints from the vocal idiots?
That Walt should have been killed by Jesse,
Okay.
or that Jesse should have never been kidnapped and Walt should have been arrested, or Walt should have just blown up the entire place. All these weird things.
just other things. As they left
That
it,
Hank shouldn't have died. The series should have ended probably with Walt just being arrested by Hank.
yeah, I mean, if we're talking real life, that's probably what would have happened. Hank would have realized, like, a year into the show, oh, yeah, this guy's fucking Walter White. End of show.
That timeline-wise, that whole series takes place over just like 14 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's real quick.
Well, then the first season he would have noticed, I guess.
2 months in.
Well, maybe he did notice, and they're like, in reality, they'd be like, no. Well, I guess they wouldn't be like, we need
Why
more.
the sudden interest in you going on a meth lab tour with me? Day 1, episode 1, it would have been done with. Well, we can't do that. We need a show.
So, Breaking Bad. I think I mean, how did you feel about the Sorpanos finale?
I knew what was coming, and I was still surprised.
And did it make
I thought
you...
the diner scene would be in the middle of the day with like the highway behind them in my head, and then I watched it. It's like, oh, it's just nighttime Meadow Camp Park.
Do you think there's like tons to read into that scene? Like, do you
No.
think he's like setting up like Meadow getting there late and all this stuff to say, oh, this is what probably happened?
That she got there just after her family was killed.
That they...
That the dude in the jacket comes out of the
Yes,
bathroom and shoots
yes.
everybody, shoots the family,
shoots the family.
but not Meadow because she can't park.
Yeah, but wasn't she already sitting down?
She was already. No, yeah, I guess she was.
Yeah, I think...
I'm just focused on her not driving well.
Yeah, because if they killed Tony, they probably kill the rest of the family, right? They just wouldn't pop Tony and then walk out.
Yeah,
You just can't have that.
no.
And
Unless
then-
he takes Carmela off to go save her.
I liked when Carmela got all frisky with the priest.
Father Tentatola or
He eats all-
Pentatola, whatever his name was.
What does he eat? All the baked ziti?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
A bunch of ziti and drinks wine and then passes out.
After
Almost
they get all
fucked.
frisky. Carmela was hot back at the height of the series, right?
Yeah,
Toss Carmela up.
yeah. And then somehow when she was later on Nurse Jackie, she looked younger because the hairstyle was different.
Oh, still tossable.
Yeah.
She
And with a pill addiction to boot.
in Tom Sizemore's book, one of my favorite celebrity books. It's short, and it seems like he's pretty honest, and it's really such a small period of his life.
Should be Tom Bookmore. Write some more of those pages.
Well, yes, I think I'm
He's
sure
dead.
there's a whole story behind that. But he talks about how he was dating Edie Falco back in the 80s or the early 90s. And then I guess he also was dating Juliette Lewis when she was like 18 or something. And he was like 30.
Oh, no.
And a lot of people didn't view that as a positive relationship. She had a huge drug
And Tom
problem.
Sizemore was in Natural Born Killers
Yes,
with her.
Gagnetti.
Yeah.
He's the cop in one of the cops with Chris Penn
Yeah.
in True Romance.
Okay, yeah. We might watch that one soon.
That's a
we
good
saw
one.
it popped up on streaming.
And then what's his other strong? Oh, fucking Saving Private Ryan. That's another one of his strong ones.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Let's see here. I'm sure there's a couple other I'm not thinking of right now.
But yeah, in terms of like series finales where they end whether or not in a good direction, there was one that just happened that, you put into the chat, right?
That's right. The Boys. And it's been
Spoiler.
on for 7 seasons. And this season, they tried to lay out a lot of things that, and each season, really, they tried to lay out things from the comic. You know how in shows there, a lot of times they'll try and work in something from the comic book or the graphic novel that they can translate onto the screen, a specific moment or
I don't read
scene.
graphic novels or comics.
Like with 300, the graphic novel, there's a couple scenes where, like there's a Spartan like stabbing some guy, and it's like his shield cracking or something.
Oh, and the imagery is taken directly from a strip.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
This is an example. That's not a direct thing, but this is an example. So, for instance, also in, I don't know why I just didn't say this first, but in the Boys comics, you have the scene where I believe it's Homelander that dies it is Homelander that dies by Carl Urban's character, Butcher, popping his head open with a crowbar. And so that's a very iconic moment. And then also there's a scene where he's carrying a crowbar, like, to the steps of the White House, and it's very iconic. So they kind of translated both of those into the finale. But what they didn't translate is a bunch of destruction. Like in the comic books, Homelander basically he breaks into the White House and just kills everybody, kills the president, and then that's when Butcher comes to kill him. But in the movie or in the TV series, he just usurps the president. He does kill the president, but then everybody else just kind of follows him because he's the most powerful guy on the planet.
Because they don't want to die.
They don't want to die.
They say it like that?
No.
Okay. They say they don't want to die.
They don't. And so people wanted this big epic moment where he, they
wanted to see a lot of death and destruction.
Exactly. And that, it wasn't really like that. It was just came down to a final battle with, Carl Urban. But I think knowing Amazon's budget, it's like, how did you expect them to put that much into a TV series, even a popular one, even a finale? They're not going to dump $2 million or $5 million or $20 million into an episode like they would a movie. So it makes it harder to capture more grandiose things, right?
Yeah.
Because you're constrained by a fucking Amazon TV budget, no matter how popular you are.
Well, I think where that balances out is you use sets that are more intricate frequently.
Mm-hmm.
You have sets that are used throughout multiple seasons.
Yeah.
And in that way, you kind of keep the cost lower because you don't have to keep rebuilding new sets for each season and that kind of thing.
Sure. That's a good idea.
I think another point about that is moot.
We got a fucking Tom Savini over here.
Yeah.
So this fan made his own video of how he thought they could have ended The Boys, and it would have done a better finale, I guess, on his own. I'm assuming this is AI imaging.
No.
Because of just the fact that he probably couldn't hire the actors to do all this. I don't think
it's a good guess.
With all the costumes.
Wait, so who's this guy?
So this is Homelander, the Homelander. And apparently this is the scene where he just murdered the president or something.
He tastes his blood.
He tastes
Was the
his
president
blood.
on his period?
He was. And he finger banged him to death.
Why is Hava Nagila playing?
That's a good point. And then what I love is, now that I'm watching this, some of this is like, I think, just other scenes cut up.
Yeah. So this is kind of the stuff they wanted.
Yeah, because a lot of this is kind of in the comics. I don't know about this airplane scene.
Yeah, that looks very generated.
Well, this, I think it's from a different movie, right?
Top Gun Maverick, maybe? No, that's done.
So, if a fan can make something like this, how far away are we from like just being able to generate a whole AI thing of this? Because obviously some of this is cut up from other movies, is what it looks like. I was watching this earlier,
a little
and I
bit
was
of
like,
a mashup.
that looks like it's from a disaster movie, and that looks like from a different disaster or superhero movie type of thing. But kudos to the guy who edited this together, because shit, how many hours are we
Music
talking
choices
here?
interesting.
Maybe it's
Heavy metal Hava Nagila.
maybe it's the IDF. It's the IDF. Bunch of Zionists.
Oh no, where are they going to have the UFC fight? That's
I
my
know.
question.
Too bad they didn't get the ballroom built. I'm like, what? I was trying to figure out what movie this is from, but I don't know. So I'm assuming maybe they inserted Homelander into some of these scenes. Which seems like, I mean, obviously it's not easy to do, but...
How can he breathe up there?
Well, he's the Homelander. He can hold his breaths. So that was something that was made by a fan. And I think a lot of people were expecting something close to that. But it's like, to realistically make that like a Hollywood movie would pull it off, it's just, you're talking millions of dollars here, right?
Yeah, but you want a big boom in a finale.
You do, and there were some, but I thought they worked well for what their budget is.
Yeah, I don't have any context because I'm not familiar with much of the show. I tried watching an episode several years back,
And you
I
liked
just
it so
didn't-
much, you just
The
quit
guy
watching
ran
it?
through somebody really fast, and I was like,
Yes. And then there are repercussions from that, Alan. That's the thing that starts everything in motion.
I don't need to see it in motion, I guess.
Oh, okay.
You know? I don't know. Maybe eventually. Now that I don't have Prime, I especially don't want to try to find it. You know, I'm not going to sit through ads, and I'm not going to sign back up for Prime and give them an extra $3 on top of however much.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But when Joseph of Egypt comes out, which is
Yeah.
another Amazon production,
You'll watch that.
I'll rent an episode, a specific episode, because I know there is a very white person in this room who may not look so white
Oh,
and is involved in that show.
And they might have used a certain makeup.
Yeah, they might have tanned him up and
we talking
put him into
fucking-
a power position of some type.
Are we talking Day of the Dead here?
No, not quite. But, you know, it was enough where some family member in the family was like, that's crazy. You know, it got real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, how do you feel about Hollywood taking white people and putting them in Egypt?
they should
You
just
know,
use
Like,
AI.
it would be like they're Egyptian.
Yeah, why don't they just use AI and just rip off some Egyptian person's visage?
Yeah. What's funny is I wasn't even like the whitest person there, and they also had like several very Native American looking people. Like,
That's good. Balance
we're all Egyptian today.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know, it's like Hollywood anything. It looks good as long as you don't look too close, right?
Yeah, it's like the guy who played Emotep. He doesn't exactly.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were talking about Emo Phillips. How long has that guy been Emo Phillips?
I'll send a wall of water at you.
I wonder if he's still married to Judy. By the way, I love Emo Phillips. But I wonder if he's still married to Judy Tenuta. Do you remember Judy Tenuta?
I'm familiar, but
So what about this other finale that happened? The Stephen Colbert. Do you like to watch the Stephen Colberts?
no.
No? Have you ever seen Stephen Colberts?
No, because I'm a good listener. Mm-hmm. And when the government tells you
To not listen
not to watch someone or listen to
Stephen
somebody,
Colberts.
I do my duty.
Well, that's good.
No, and I report people who I find out
Yeah.
watched the finale. So,
Report them
John,
to
you might
the
want to
Gestapo.
you might want to look out if you watched the Colbert finale.
Well, I think when you see what the
'Cause-
Colbert finale pulled off with their special guest, you'll be surprised.
All right, man. You're the one risking losing out on your double chocolate rations for the week.
I know, right? So the Stephen Colbert, I guess that just got canceled because nobody watched, right?
I don't know. Yeah, that seems to be the
They're like,
case.
yeah, we're just turning off the channel.
Well, yeah. Is late night really a thing people watch anymore?
I don't know. Well,
I feel like the numbers have been declining.
is it a coincidence that CBS also like sold their radio? That was kind of big. They sold their radio fucking side of the corporation, which CBS Radio, we're talking about 100 years, and I know I used to listen to shit, back in the 2000s. They were still putting some stuff on, and so that's kind of a crazy thing that's happening at the same time. But anyway, Stephen Colbert's show ended, and he pulled off a surprise guest. I'm surprised more people aren't talking about this
Welcome
one.
back to our final broadcast, ladies and gentlemen.
See, a lot.
Why is he bouncing?
And then what we had to wait for. I like how the AI makes him dance like Elaine Bennis. Dude, I was watching this and I just fucking died laughing this morning.
Yeah, they must use the same video generator that whatever courtroom footage you keep finding came from, because it was very jittery and janky, but still kind of there,
Do you remember when we showed that one to Royal where in the courtroom when the thing went flying back? And it's hard to tell at first unless you know a little bit about it or you're familiar with them. But yeah, let's see that one more time. And he pulled off this fucking...
Our final broadcast, ladies and gentlemen.
See, and Trump just like, you don't even have to see, don't finish. And then he just had a dumpster there.
Yeah.
And then he decided to dance.
Nobody questioned the dumpster being wheeled on stage.
I was going through the post, and this popped up because this is what our president tweeted or social messaged out or whatever the fuck it's called. But this is what he actually posted because he's that guy.
Yeah.
But I thought it was hilarious, dude.
That is pretty funny.
If I knew he was going to...
I'm very glad our desert water is going to cool these centers.
Right? Am I right? So the other thing the other big thing that happened last week, and we even touched on it. We touched on it, Alan. A couple times we touched on it, and the skin got irritated, so we stopped touching on it.
Yeah.
And that's the Ronda Rousey and Gail Caramba fight. What's her name?
German Carano.
German Carano, yeah. Gina Carano, that's right. And Amanda Rousey, right?
Yep. Ronda
Rousey. They had a fight. Oh, did you hear about the fight, Alan?
I heard it was very quick. I
Really?
heard I was very wrong in my prediction because not only was it on the wrong day,
Yeah, we kept saying, "Oh, we should turn it on." or
today,
it's
it's happening. But yeah, so what I did see is Nate Diaz got busted open again. His face was all busted. He was
Why did
bleeding
he
all over
look
the place.
so drunk while he was fighting,
Dude, that's just years of brain damage. That's just years of eating punch
Who's
after punch.
clearing this guy to fight? Is he getting brain tests?
I would hope so. He's like, man, these tests ain't nothing, man. I passed these shit like nothing. I was punch that doctor. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and he had something to say after that fight, right?
Probably. What was he saying? Like, I'll get you again. I'll get you, man. And then he turned to the interviewers like, and I'll get your ass.
Yeah, so he's just calling out everybody.
Yeah, Ariel Helwani better watch out.
Well, let's take a look at that Gina Carano, Ronda Manuez.
We might get, this is a Netflix copyright situation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we could just tweet or go to the end of it. Sorry. Yeah, just fast forward to the end of it there.
Because it's a very quick fight.
There we go.
Mamma mia! She won't fuck you, dude.
So what was your prediction on that fight? It was 17 seconds, right?
Yeah, I think my prediction was like Gina Carano would win, which I guess was foolish. Ronda had the more recent fight experience and was younger.
Yeah, and also, a lot of people were saying it
Classic
was a fix.
armbar.
A lot of people were saying it was. She was like, "Hey,
That's
this
the
is what
thing.
we're gonna do."
It's hard to give a shit about these fight sports anymore because you don't know what's a fix and what's not, especially if it's on Netflix.
Well, and,
You know?
and the last big one was what Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Yeah.
And that
Well,
looked
that was
pretty bad.
Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul was the more recent.
Was that
one.
on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was worth it because everybody was waiting to see.
But everyone said that one was also a fix because it's finally like, okay, now you got to take one.
I don't think anybody would agree to have their jaw broken.
No, it probably wouldn't. You know, that's hard to guarantee that your jaw would be broken in a fight on
And
a
he was
contract.
just so dumb. He'd be like, "Sure, I'll fight this guy."
Sure, I'll roll into a punch. I think that's basically what happened, right? He rolled right into a fucking punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of by that point, he wasn't throwing anything back, and he just kind of went like this, and that's when Joshua came in.
Is this a different one?
This is no, this is what happened here, and then the armbar. See, you can already see her setting up for it,
Dude,
right there.
I'm so broken. I thought the way they were scrambling for a second, I was like, is this AI? Like, it looked fucking like this looked weird for a second. Yeah, I don't know, man. Arm bars are.
Do you think you could
It didn't
take
look like-
Rousey? If you trained for a month, do you think you could take Rousey?
No.
Even though she's past her prime and she doesn't even really want to do it, she just wants to make a payday probably, and that's it. Because she retired immediately, right?
Yeah, I think so. And it's a smart idea to do. Just get in there, get your cash, get out, get in shape in the process, sharpen up for a little bit, and be like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, and especially afterwards, you'd probably need a massage, right?
You might need an adjustment, yeah.
Yeah, like a chiropractor adjustment. A lot of people believe in that stuff. I mean, I don't know how much of that philosophy I believe, but I do like the release of it. Like sometimes I wish I had a giantess that could help like just help with back issues. So this is, I finally realized why I would want a giant woman. And part of it has to do with my T-spine. I need to have that.
T-spine?
Yeah, I need to have my T-spine and also sometimes, occasionally, my chakra root released. What's up with those videos where they fucking put their finger in their butthole and they go crack and they crack their chakra? Have you seen that shit?
No. I don't know these are chiropractors anymore. This sounds more like sex work.
But like these people are wearing clothes and everything. Like their patients are wearing clothes and the guy's just all
Oil check them from the outside.
I think he's popping their tailbone, but I think it's their chakra or something. Anyway.
Their chocolate chakra.
At first, I thought this was, a milking table because of the hole there, but the hole would be further down if it was a milking table. So this is just a regular, which leads me to believe that this lady has a giant-sized massage table. Hopefully, she's not inviting giant men over.
But it also looks like she's too big for the massage table. The proportions are all out of whack here.
Oh, okay. So maybe maybe they shrank him down. I
Yeah.
guess is the more
Yeah, it's not that it's a big massage table and a big woman. I guess for him it is.
Just a little pressure.
I'm paralyzed.
Just a little pressure. This feels so much like those old Russian chiropractor videos where it's the lady's like, ah!
Now she's holding him because he's paralyzed. Look at that. He's a quadriplegic.
Don't fight it. Just breathe.
That was incredible.
I know.
He's smaller now.
Yeah, I think she's growing. Like, remember that? I was listening to the show
I've
from...
grown.
I've grown. And all of a sudden, her leg's in the air.
If I don't brace my leg up against the top of the ceiling, I might get too big.
Now... that seems a bit... It seems very...
It's the sound Saruman made when fucking he was stabbed by Grima Wormtongue. Tumbles off the fucking building.
She just pushed his spine through his lungs, is what but he
collapsed
apparently-
both of his lungs.
I mean, he's fine afterwards, so I guess he's okay.
I
but
feel incredible. No, that's the DMT.
that's your cerebral spinal fluid leaking into your brain.
Don't
That
fight
just
it.
seems too
Just
hard.
breathe.
Way too hard.
That was incredible.
I know.
So why is the why is the massage table proportions not right? I guess just because it's an AI video, but maybe eventually
Once you start telling the program, make this larger than it should be, make this smaller than it should be, it starts just deciding, okay, all reference sizes are out of the window. We're not even trying to keep things similar to each other.
I understand.
Definitely makes me want a chiropractor, though. Just that breath that sounded like he really could breathe for the first time after that. You know? You ever have a pop that feels so good where you're like, I could die right now and I'd be happy.
So what do you think of that whole thing about chiropractic philosophy? Do you believe in all of it, some of it, none of it? You think it's fucking snake oil?
Yeah, it's very. I don't think there's any science to back moving your skeleton around as a form of like helping your body. Like maybe in some extreme cases where you have a Hunchback of Notre Dame situation and you pop the cyst, get all that stuff out of it.
Sure.
And then you can start. But I think more than that, it takes like you train the muscles and the tendons to support the weight as it's supposed to.
And what about-
And then the body starts to hold itself differently.
Does the popping stuff? Does that?
I think that's just air pockets between the joints, isn't it?
I've
It's
heard
like
that.
how it's-
I heard it's. I've also heard that it's. Some people think it's. What is that stuff? That lactic acid.
Oh,
I've also heard that too.
what about
I've
it?
heard that it's like a buildup in those areas.
I don't know about that because then how are you able to pop things multiple times a day?
I don't know, like a boner. I
can-
ask myself that question. How does that happen? How did that used to happen? Multiple times.
Yeah.
How old was multiple MIGs, by the way?
I think you have to add the ages of the multiple personalities together and divide by the hypotenuse squared to get the true answer.
I think so. And then the other thing that, man, we're covering so many events from last week, so many things that happened from last week. The other thing that happened was there's been a lot of stories about ball maxing. Well, first it was look maxing, and then it was ball maxing.
Yeah.
Look maxing is just doing everything you can, like almost to Patrick Bateman level, right?
Yeah, dudes would sit there and some of the advice was to how to reshape your bone structure with little hammers. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You're just creating inflammation and stress fractures.
Yeah.
Don't get scurvy, Mr. Carnivore Diet.
Oh, is he on a carnivore diet?
Well, those trends tend to go together, I guess. People who do those weird internet diet and health advice things.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They're fads, right? Why ball maxing may be more dangerous than you think.
So ball maxing is essentially, like anything maxing, people will shoulder max, they'll physique max, they'll, and when you start, physique maxing and fit maxing, then you stand next to other people who aren't so fit and you start mogging them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just by your aura mogging them, just by being around and being better looking than they are and more developed.
Dude.
Yeah, dude, you're frame mogging, aura mogging, it's bad.
So what should you do if you just go to just get away from that person? Just don't hang out with them. I can't hang out with you.
Yeah.
You're aura mogging.
There's
an
all these
aura
crazy
mogging.
ass terms that are associated with this kind of maxing culture. But so ball maxing is essentially dudes want to make their ball sacks huge.
Oh, yeah.
so they're just injecting all these dangerous peptides and like
Randy
filler.
Marsh.
Yeah,
Huge.
yeah, the original ball maxer.
The original ball maxer.
All to get medical marijuana.
So that even if you have to carry them in a wheelbarrow or bounce down the street on them, right? He was the first ball maxer, yeah.
I like that there's even a little 3D printed statue that you could get.
Is there?
Yeah. But yeah, ball maxing, they're just trying to make their balls big, dude. I don't know what the problem is.
So what are some of the techniques? So in look maxing, can that be like natural and chemical as well as surgical? It's basically everything, right?
Yeah, anything you can do.
Anything.
Anything you can do.
Okay.
Yeah, they're injecting fluids. Some men are injecting fluids until their testicles become the size of grapefruits.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah, so there's look maxing, fiber maxing. I guess you could say we were fiber maxing last night because we made a butternut squash soup with a bunch of cauliflower and all these different veggies in it.
Oh, nice.
That's fiber maxing. Sleep maxing, that's just depression.
What about goon maxing?
Goon
Is
maxing.
Goon maxing a term?
No, that's not real. That's just, it's a lifestyle.
It's got to be a term.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So they inject saline or Surgilube into their testicles to increase their size. Some proponents say ball maxing helped inflate their testicles to the size of grapefruits, but everyone wonders why. Some say that increasing their scrotum size makes them feel more masculine. Oh, so this is just gender-affirming care.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, we got it. Gender-affirming care is all good as long as fucking dudes are doing it.
Yeah, well, yeah, so Florida might have to put a new, some sort of amendment into their law.
Saline is a steroid. So this is, I mean, can dudes go down to like Brazil, like, you know, how they were doing the BBLs and just get, you know, crazy research chemicals pumped into their balls?
You always hear those stories about someone going and they get cement injected into their
Rubber
butt,
cement,
right? And they're like, the person didn't have a license.
Yeah. Well, what's the catch? You know, you're only paying $120 for the treatment down there. It's like, come on. I know you want to try to get your value, but go to BK.
Well, saline and Surgilube. Well, saline's sodium chloride in water for medical and health reasons, and Surgilube is sterile, water-soluble surgical lubricant used clinically to facilitate the insertion of medical instruments, catheters, and endoscopes.
Oh, so you put Surgilube in your nuts, and then you have when you do your fun urethral sounding, you just press your balls up, and then you're already pre-lubed.
Yes.
Look, you're your own lube dispenser.
Well, and it's funny too when you get into the looks maxing and even like bodybuilding, and there's like I've heard so many bodybuilders and guys. Of course, those guys that get the ridiculous implants too, how they say that the occasional woman will come up to them, but mostly it's a bunch of dudes that are
mostly
like, hey,
dudes.
dude, you look ripped, bro. That's fucking dope. How can I get like that,
Dude, your pecs, man.
Yeah. So some guys that are just generally enthused and strive for that, and you're inspiring them, and some men who might want to blow you. But either way, I mean, it does draw a lot of attention from men, more so than women in most instances, I think.
I've noticed that for sure, yeah.
And so I think ball maxing would be the same way. Like other guys might be like, whoa, that's such a great set of balls, bro.
Wearing tight pants and that big ass bulge.
Yeah, but a woman would be horrified.
It's like that scene from Spinal Tap going through the X-ray thing. You take the fucking cucumber out.
Yeah,
you know?
right. I don't know. I've heard a couple of comments here and there about how individuals might have preference for big balls, but I don't think would be.
I've got big balls.
Yeah. It's like also with breasts. Once
That's
they get
the song we should have used today for this fucking story is Big Balls.
We should have, yeah. Still, I don't know. I can't ever see myself injecting anything into my scrotum. That seems like just definitely something that a line I would never cross. Even to get high, I'd be like, no. I don't need to
Like
get
some
high,
people
though.
will go so far as to inject between their toes or their fingers. Scrot, no go.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, that would be awful. So it's obviously not safe, but there's going to be a breaking point, right? This is all like these people who are streamers, so stop watching Twitch. And then you won't want to ball max.
Let's see here. Most ball maxing happens at home with kits bought online.
Ball maxing kits?
I'm going to look up, or can you look up a ball maxing kit so we can see exactly what that might entail?
Ball maxing, a field guide.
There's a field guide.
There's a field guide. The other images that are coming up are pretty funny too, because it's just where to go. Yeah, it's just
let's see here. Field guide to ball maxing. The practice is older than the word for it. Saline scrotal inflation has lived in BDSM and body modification circles since the 1990s. The earliest medical case reports go back to 1969. What's new is the attention, the rebrand. This is by ballmaxing.com, right? Am I right? This is ballmaxing.com.
Yeah, look at these stats. 8,700 Reddit/saline inflation members. Volume increase reported up to 60%. Reabsorption window 24 to 48 hours. Doctors endorsing it 0. Not one fucking doctor recommends this.
Reabsorption. So that means it only
your body reabsorbs
for
it
like
for
24 to 48 hours,
such
and then
a
you gotta
temporary
do it again.
I gotta shoot up. I'm addicted to ball maxing.
Well,
bro.
then the needle holes get bigger too, because your balls get bigger, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Oh my God. In 1890, Wellcome collection chromolithograph of a cantaloupe melon reproduced here because okay, it's just a okay. That they just want to put big.
Okay, so let's see here. What is this? Well, scroll up. What does that previous one say? Ball maxing is the practice of intentionally enlarging the scrotum, usually by introducing sterile fluid into the scrotal sac. So I guess that's the mainstream approach to ball maxing.
I think another way to ball max is you just put a ring around the balls and just tension them off. They'll grow a little bit, and then you take it off when you're done. And you got to do this all day.
And it says that almost all of this happens at home. It mentions the same thing, lubricant or saline. Let's see here. Go back up so I can see that diagram. Okay.
We're just looking at a nut.
Look at this big old sack.
Look how unmaxed this is. Now imagine it expands 60% bigger, and there's fluid between all these layers.
Unmaxed ball sack.
This is a ball min.
I don't think I could show you anything more pitiful than this.
Man, I just worry that with ball maxing comes poopy underwear.
You think so?
I think it's possible because, you're going to start, everything's all inflamed. You're going to lose control of stuff. You're going to have fluids coming out from the injection site.
Do you think you'll get shitty balls?
Ugh.
How do you feel about shitty? Have you ever gotten shitty balls?
No, luckily no.
Yeah, I think you don't want that. So I guess the appendix of testis, the tunica vaginalis.
Look, there's the needle there.
That's showing you where to put it.
Yeah, you put it. You don't want to inject into the testis.
No. Keep scrolling though. What other helpful? It's a field guide.
Yeah, earlier than you think. What it is: history, maxing, community, risks.
Community. Okay, sure. The maxing lineage.
It's not an original lineage. It comes from looks maxing, height maxing. So that's the people who will get like the surgery to lengthen their legs. Money maxing, fiber maxing.
You just mentioned fiber maxing.
Yeah, we got all these different ones. He's got balls on the brain. The list gets stranger as you scroll. Yeah, this seems to be just a pretty straight up website. It's not taking one side or the other.
Let's see here.
I know it's freaky and abnormal looking. That's exactly what I like about it. Names names transgression as the appeal, not concealment. The most consistent voice in the what? What is that last sentence? It's like fucking AI generated. Reports a measurement of 14.5 inches. Dude, your
Uses
balls have a
Circulube.
circumference of 14.5 inches.
Talk about Randy Marsh, right?
Yeah.
Has been doing this longer than the term has existed and longer than most of his fellow practitioners have been alive. Jeez, this is an older guy, 57, I guess.
Oh man, that's horrific. So I'm just hoping that, you know, these people who are doing this don't end up losing their balls because of it, you know, or anything horrible like that, developing infection from some unclean kit or fluid.
Sometimes fluid. Sometimes I do head maxing or
You just
helmet maxing.
squeeze the base
tit
really hard.
maxing. What I do is I wrap a rubber band around it really tight and I leave it there for a good 2 hours to get all the blood trapped in there. And then shaft maxing is where you put a rubber band at the base and then one underneath the helmet, and you just try and max that shaft, you know? Try and max it out.
As you say, nothing for you, head.
Yeah, I want it to look like Popeye's forearm afterwards. Nothing for you, head.
So you know how last week we played that video of that cop who was like, this man was met up to have sex with this worker for $300.
Oh,
And what showed up? Woo!
yes.
Oh my!
The police chief who was just a little bit too.
This other video that we have in the doc this week has a similar note, but from a female perspective about
yeah.
something a little more personal.
Oh, okay. And so is this a public official
I also had
or?
a meeting with her ex.
Yes, this I think. So this actually, let me remember the story. So, actually, I'll play this out because there is backstory. She's known because that earlier in the day or week she had some other public situation happen. But yeah,
I also had a meeting with her ex that was in Mexico. He came, the one that's been giving me all the information on her. Yeah, that one. And so there's some more.
Her coyote boyfriend.
There's some more receipts that I need to pull out here. There's some more receipts, y'all. And this is what he gave me.
I'm gonna step back.
This is what he gave me.
I'm gonna step back. The lady's getting out of there because she knows what's coming.
So, I want y'all to understand something here. Y'all know I keep these receipts, and y'all know I'm gonna be all about the business. So, Miss Jennifer, while you over here talking shit about people, why you got shit in your drawers, bitch? Because these are the drawers that this man said you left, and you ain't come back and get them.
Now, what is she? Again, is she a public official? Do we know? Well,
I'm trying to get to that. Yeah,
gotcha. Back to the panties. Now, I'd like to see some sort of evidence seal on the bag because these could just be some panties they bought at Big City,
and then smeared some brownies on them.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd like to see a little bit more chain of command evidence here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree.
With your nasty ass. Yeah, that's you. You talking shit, and you got shit in your drawers. You don't even know how to wipe your ass. You
It's like
don't
she's
know
a
how
larger
to wipe
woman.
your ass. Ma'am, are you serious? You over here want to put your mouth on people and don't know how to put a rag to your ass.
Well, at least it's not her butt to people, right?
Brush them teeth or
Baby, you better clean this ass. You better clean together. Because, baby, this is too much. That man gave this to me. That man
Someone
kept
driving by in the back with
Can I buy those?
Well, they got their phone. They're filming. Is what
these
it looks
stanky
like.
ass drawers that your bitch ass was wearing.
we needed a mask before this started.
Baby, I think that
The dry heaving in the background.
What if there's a
got COVID
pubic
in
hair
the-
stuck to it? That would be worse.
I'm dead. This old COVID coochie ass bitch. See, this is the shit I be talking about. You want to put your mouth on people. You got the right one, bitch. And I said what I said. I was up here waiting on you. You talking about you want to bring it to the gym, baby.
I'm trying to read what. So what does that say? She seems to be with the police department.
Yeah, I don't think she's in it working in an official capacity. I would have to say she's just some random lady who came out and was like, "I'm gonna scream at someone's phone in front of a store."
What does that say? Dr. Candace Matthews,
Take it to the street
journal
where it
minister.
ain't no road.
So maybe she's a type of minister.
You're like, no, she's the mayor.
Well, it says something police. I didn't say she was a mayor. She's just holding press conference about COVID coochie and nasty draws.
Might be the coochie police.
Yeah.
So where you at? You old crusty coochie looking ass bitch, you? Yeah. Pole hygiene having ass bitch. This man gave me this shit. This some real shit.
And who's the guy that gave her those?
Woo. And I'm done.
Yeah, there's not enough backstory in this. Like the fact that whoever, like, there's microphones here. This is a press conference of some type.
Well,
what's the story here? Is there city corruption?
Alan. You're like, oh, look, she's in front of a podium. There's got to be 50 mics there. I see one microphone. This leads me to believe this is her own little production.
You think so?
Also, there's a hype man wandering very close into the shot.
Okay. Dr. Candace Matthews, 15 years of experience in child welfare in Houston, Texas. Learn about her humanitarian contributions and more.
Don't tell me she has a .org, Alan.
I bet she does. It's a .com. Yeah, so she's like in philanthropy and stuff like that. But I don't see how this is helping anybody out.
Yeah, philanthropy. I mean, from what I know, and
She's exposing corruption.
I do a lot of philanthropy work. I'm a philanthropist. And from what I know, it doesn't involve waving panties with stained panties in front of...
Not even stained, actively dirty.
Yeah, like, well, maybe they were washed, and that's even worse because they couldn't get the stains out.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's horrific, man.
And then what is on this guy's suit? Is this his suit? It looks like pajamas.
It looks like pajamas.
Like he's just wearing pajamas in the shot.
So there's this other... Yeah, so this lady just does different stuff. There's another video of her having a press conference about a former teacher accused of filming explicit videos on campus. So she seems to just be like a child welfare advocate.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
All right, we got down to business. And what this has to do with child welfare, I do not understand. Unless it's like this dad's cheating on his wife, bringing this girl with her shitty ass into the house. You know?
Yeah, maybe she's just trying to promote hygiene.
Could be. Yeah, how did this open again? I know it's cut from a larger thing, but...
I also had a meeting with her ex.
Yeah.
After the rocket story, I mean the ball maxing story, I thought we were going to go to the rocket story.
Oh, sure.
I think we should
space
close with
maxing
that
story.
one. Space maxing.
Yeah, you like all this Starship program stuff?
Now, I like some of it, but I am a little bit cautious about doing so many space flights, and I don't think they're paying enough attention to maybe the risks to our environment or our atmosphere with so many launches.
Well, see, what's more of an issue is not how many launches, because Space Shuttle, aside from the solid rocket boosters, was a hydrogen and oxygen oxidizer based combustion.
Gotcha.
Burn those, create steam. You're only creating water as a byproduct when you burn that stuff. Starship runs on methane.
Okay.
A greenhouse gas.
Yeah, gotcha.
So, so it's a little troubling that, but this is all, but they choose that because it's the whole Mars thing, it's the moon thing, it's being able to in situ utilize resources, ISRU, in situ utilization of resources to mine minerals and things to create fuel on the moon or on Mars.
Yeah.
So that's why they're running this thing off of methane and developing it to run on methane instead of using hydrolox or other, kerosene is another one that they use for rocket launches. It's essentially just really clean diesel fuel.
Yeah.
But all of these run on oxidizers, the thing that burns with it, because if you're in space, there's no oxygen to burn nothing. So you got to bring your own oxygen.
What about space junk, or when they send a lot of these space things back into the atmosphere? And sure, they burn up, but what happens to those particles of metal that come into the atmosphere and circulate throughout the Earth?
They come down quickly. Like once something starts encountering drag in the atmosphere, it slows down much slower, and the lighter the thing is, the faster it slows down because it's got less momental inertia from its mass. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sure.
So things slow down faster because they're not as heavy, so they don't carry as much inertia.
But
things in orbit, there is a ton of space junk. There's something called Kessler syndrome, which is essentially the concern about leaving a bunch of stuff in low Earth orbit, debris, and active spaceships. And there's been several incidents in the last 20 years where something will, a piece of debris will break off and hit something that creates more, and those pieces hit more stuff and create more exponentially, and makes low Earth orbit impossible to get through.
Seem like SpaceX is like, fuck it, we're just gonna put a bunch of, and they're not
we're
even
speed maxing Kessler syndrome,
and so is China, right?
Yeah,
like, they don't give a fuck, dude.
Well, so SpaceX has satellite constellations. Amazon is going to have satellite constellations.
That's a lot of shit up there.
Yeah. Then you have China wanting to do satellite constellations, and each one of them want to have tens of thousands of them in orbit at a time. Granted, they're low Earth orbit, so they have to keep periodically boosting their speed to, so they start to dip into the atmosphere, so they, go back up, go back up, so they do that periodically. Yeah. And that's kind of the control mechanism, they say, to kind of prevent this from being a concern. If you lose power and control of a satellite, then it'll just kind of deorbit itself because there's nothing stopping it from doing that. But there's a lot of space junk, and as there's more space junk, you launch more stuff up there, there's a lot more chance of just running into something.
Yeah. And then my concern is, like, if we have all these plastic particles that are pretty much in everything, you can't tell me that these metal particles that they use for some of these things aren't going to be in everything too eventually.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so one of those big concerns with the Starship program is just how fucking massive this thing is. It's larger than
3 stories.
Yep.
It's at 3 stories, right?
It's larger than 3 stories. It might be 3.5, maybe 4.
Oh yeah.
No, but it's like,
and
it's something crazy, like 9 meters wide, like huge internal space on this thing. And then like 280 feet tall, the whole stack. And it's a 2-stage thing. Instead of most rocket launches tend to accept the rocket equation, which is the more weight you try to get into orbit, the more fuel you need to get there, because the more fuel mass you add, the more fuel that needs, and then that fuel that you're taking, that extra fuel, requires more fuel to move its weight.
Reason why getting to other galaxies or even planets far away would be hard.
Yeah, which is why they have staging. They don't just try to make one rocket go all the way to a place and stay its full size, which SpaceX is trying to kind of cheat that with this 2-stage gigantic Starship. So the way it works is the bottom stage, the booster, does the main work of getting it off the ground, then they separate and the ship keeps going into orbit.
Now that's very familiar, because that's what we've seen for a long time, right?
Yes, but usually by the time you're just about in orbit, you ditch a second stage, that second stage that you separated from the booster, so that by the time you're actually in orbit, you have a full fuel tank.
Gotcha.
Starship isn't doing that. It has, by the time it gets to orbit, which it still has never actually gotten to orbit, it's still suborbital in all these test campaigns.
Even with the most recent one.
Even with the most recent one. And this is just kind of for safety. Yeah. They're not doing full orbits just yet, because if you have something
Stockton Rush.
If you
Stockton Rush would just be like, fucking put it up there. Let's put 30 people up there.
If we lose control, you just have a gigantic fucking thing up there that you can't control.
What if Stockton Rush had fucking Elon Musk ability, dude? Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, if he had Elon money, he would. Man. Well, it never got to that point.
He was almost there.
That thing kind of worked itself out.
Dude, that clip where his wife is like, "Oh, did you hear that? Was it a can popping or something?" Oh, dude. No, that was your husband becoming soup.
Yeah.
He became soup, Ellen.
But what I like with the Starship thing is just that it's impressive to see that them try to engineer this thing that's so huge, and they want to deliver so much mass to orbit with this thing. But with that comes the fact that, like, by the time you get this thing to orbit, it has no fuel left.
Well, I read something about them working out the next stage of refueling in space, right?
Yeah, and that would be fine if you had to refuel once. But anytime you refuel this thing, it's going to take 12 to 15 launches
So
to
you
get
just-
this thing out of there.
So you just pull up to the pump in space, right? They're going to put a pump in space?
Well, that's more or less what they're trying to do. So the way they're going to do it is they're going to have, a tanker, an empty tanker, just in orbit, and then 12 to 15 launches, fill that tanker up so that the 16th launch, which is the ship you want to go to the moon, can meet up with that
That seems
tanker,
like a
take
lot.
all its fuel, burn all that methane to go to the moon one time.
Dude, that seems like a lot.
Yeah, it's something crazy like 1.1 million liters of methane
And
in
they're
this thing.
they're just like, no, we have the money to do it.
Oh, pounds of methane. Yeah,
So-
but never mind the environmental concern. We're just dumping methane into the fucking atmosphere every time one of these explodes. Because even when they explode and it lands down at the end of it, the booster landing down in the ocean or the ship splashing down and then exploding,
Yeah.
there's still methane in those tanks when they
being
explode.
released. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's granted it's burning off and turning into CO2, a less potent greenhouse gas, but
But
it's
still.
still you're still losing a lot of methane just from venting,
Yeah.
from pressure venting.
That's so interesting. I'm not saying we should stop any of this, but maybe there should be
It's just
more
not
regulation, right?
Oh, here's liftoff.
Wouldn't it be great if some aliens just came down and like, look, with all the shit you're setting up here, it looks like a fucking trailer park. So we're just gonna blow some shit up and blow up some of your space shit, so you can't do it for a while, and maybe you'll be more responsible.
Ignition.
So, and this one, it's version 3, so there's been 3 iterations of the Starship on these test campaigns, and this one has the more recent upgraded engines, basically completely different internal design on the fuel tanks, the way it moves fuel around and all these other things. They reduced from 4 grid fins to control the atmospheric reentry of this bottom thing to 3 because they found that 4, like one of them wasn't really necessary.
It looks
You know,
like
they're
it's
just
an
doing different shit.
e-cig. They're like, can we design the bottom to look like an e-cig?
Right. This thing, with all the extra power these version 3 engines had, they ended up getting to the first booster cutoff like 15 or 16 seconds earlier than all the other flights. Like, this thing is just screaming into the sky.
There's in that story I sent to, there's a cool camera view from the launch pad.
Oh, yeah, the official streams were pretty good. But this guy,
is fucking
he has his
cool,
own
dude.
broadcast van that he goes to all these launches to, and they have like a team tracking shit.
Vibrations chilling out here at Star Factory as we continue to watch Starship Flight 12 arc out over the Gulf. The next major thing coming up is going to be hot staging.
Booster prop systems nominal.
Do you think we should consider putting some sort of solar, I guess, sunshade up to cool the Earth if it comes to that? You've heard about that shit they're thinking about, right?
But those have to be also so huge.
Yes, exactly.
So like, there's the stage separation.
Followed shortly after by the other 2.
Wow, that thing's scooting.
Damn.
And then it flies itself back to a landing area.
Like, it's so hard to comprehend that speed, dude. Like, it's like your brain just can't comprehend it.
How quickly that booster flips.
It's quicker than our brain reacts to anything.
Yeah.
Hot staging separation.
And then this thing just kind of continues on up.
Seen as many booster T plus 5 minutes.
On the left, this is the booster coming back down,
Ship continuing to fire.
spinning
5
because
to
it's
6.
it's only got those 3 fins. So it tries to use the atmosphere to its advantage and steer around.
Now, this isn't the one that comes and lands back down like a...
The
that's all-
booster? Yeah, this is the
It does?
booster on the left.
Did it do that?
No.
Oh.
Apparently the landing burn failed.
Oh, gotcha.
Which is what you really want to hear. But like, it's coming in fast. I think they said it crashed at like 1,400 kilometers per hour, which is something like
But it was supposed
speed of sound level.
It was supposed to come back down and land.
And do a landing burn in the ocean.
So how did they know it wasn't gonna just land in some place where there's a bunch of people?
Because they launch over the ocean.
Gotcha.
Yeah. China doesn't. They launch over villages and they drop rocket stages on villages. But like, look how this thing's basically flying sideways too.
Dude.
It's perpendicular to the ground.
That is so fucking cool.
That's just showing how much cross-range ability it has.
So
so this is the engines are pressurizing to start the burn. It starts the burn. Burn fails. They're losing no speed other than what the atmosphere is slowing them down.
Yeah. Why didn't it burn up?
And it's crashed.
Why did it not burn up? Because of its materials it's made of, or
the booster?
Yeah.
The booster is not going fast enough. So part of orbit is you have to go up and sideways, but you have to go sideways much, 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 much faster than you go up.
Gotcha.
You're only going up at a certain speed to minimize gravity loss. So you're basically doing one of these forever. You're going faster than you are. You're trying to ensure that with the speed you build going upwards, that you finish going that way fast enough before you start going this way down.
Gotcha. Okay.
So orbit is basically like throwing a ball really, 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 really fast sideways.
Okay.
So the
pretty
booster
nuts.
only really does kind of this, separates, turns around, flies back. The ship does the rest.
So what's their next launch?
I think it's in a few months. It'll just be another version of one of these with some upgrades to it.
But it's still not going to the
moon?
The moon's or
Dude,
to
okay,
go to
so
their gas pump, or to do any work on the gas pump.
So the big thing is, like, now with this whole moon program, the NASA Space Launch System Orion capsule is supposed to meet up on the next flight in low Earth orbit with one of the landers from either Blue Origin, which is Jeff Bezos' Amazon company, or from SpaceX and their moon lander, which will just be a white version of one of these starships.
Oh, okay.
I don't see how that's going to happen because they don't have anything near ready for human certification. Blue Origin's closer because they're just doing all this testing in the background and then letting you know here and there with So they're both, Amazon is also developing one of these 2-stage rocket things that are supposed to fly back to the launch pad and save a bunch of money and all that stuff. And that's going to be what moves their moon lander, which they already have a prototype moon lander that they've been doing vacuum tests on, making sure the shop vac gets it.
Oh, yeah, making sure there's a vacuum to suck the astronauts off.
You're making sure there's plenty of those Iron Man machine suits from last week.
The mech suits.
Yeah, the mech suits. But Blue Origin's plan with their thing is a lot more reasonable because they're not trying to land a 230-foot spaceship on the moon. They're just trying to land a more reasonable, like 30 or 40-foot tall one on the moon, which takes a lot less development and power to get to.
Why do they want it to be so big and pointy?
Well, because the bigger it is, the more payload you can take with you.
Have they thought of putting a big helmet on the top of it so they can put some cargo in there, and then maybe shoot the cargo out of the top of
out of the payload?
Yeah, shoot the payload out of the fucking head of the rocket.
Oh no, the payload came out early.
Happens to everybody.
Yeah. So, but as it looks, Blue Origin, Bezos' company, looks like they're closer to having an actual lander spacecraft than SpaceX is because they're still just in the development part, and Blue Origin has already started putting payloads into orbit commercially.
Real quick, on that mech suit from last week, we were talking about how if Batman was wearing one of those suits, if Batman decided to have a mech suit and he was just edging the entire time he was busting criminals, do you think they would allow an ass? How far? I mean, sure, we've gotten rockets that will land and back and look cool, but how long before we have someone gooning in space in one of those mech suits, Alan, in your professional space opinion?
I bet they took one around the moon. No one knows what happened when they were out of radio contact.
And like, thank God there's fleshlights, because you wouldn't want that floating in space, right?
Oh, hell no.
You'd just be like, oh. Do you think that could destroy a shuttle if it was in orbit? Could your semen destroy a shuttle if it was in orbit, or would it? Because it would freeze, right?
Yeah, it probably would. Did you ever hear the audio of one of the? I forget which moon mission it was, but they were on their way to the moon, and then one of the astronauts was like, "All right, who did it?" And then they're like, "What?" He's like, "We got a floater. Someone was taking a shit, and it didn't go into the bag, and it started floating around the cabin, and no one would own up to it."
Oh, dude.
It was so funny. They're like, "It's not one of mine." So this is the re-entry phase. That's all the plasma So that's just the atmosphere being compressed from the friction.
From the friction, yeah.
And normally we wouldn't see stuff like this live, but the Starship 1 is so wide that it creates a wake like that. As you can see, that plasma is not exactly going around the vehicle completely.
Yeah.
And on that side where there's not plasma, they put a bunch of Starlink things, so they're communicating with the satellites on the opposite side of all that plasma, so they're able to live stream this.
Oh, that's cool. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to get it from the ground, right?
What do you mean?
Like, would you be able to receive a signal from the ground through
Only
that plasma?
after you've reestablished contact.
Gotcha.
But as we see on here, this thing, explodes as soon as it lands. So this is like just the full re-entry phase. Flies around. It takes like 20 or 30 minutes for it to re-enter and bleed off all that speed. And then after it does that, after it does that, then it does kind of bank maneuvers to kind of simulate how it's going to travel to wherever it's going to land. So they make the flaps make it kind of use aero forces to move around. And the camera moving around here is mounted on the flaps. So this is the flap kind of adjusting to keep it where it wants to go. I just think this kind of stuff is so cool,
It is very cool.
Let me get to the last little bit. What are we, 6 kilometers? Yeah, we're coming down. I know we're doing a little extra minutes here, but we're at the end. Look at it rotating. Dude, that's so cool to be able to just turn it on a dime while it's falling through the fucking sky. See that white stuff coming out? That is a mixture of methane and oxygen. What does that mean? Combustible. We got a drone flying around, missing the shot. What's so crazy in this landing burn? It has to like go so far the other way to cancel off that horizontal energy. All that steam.
Let's see it go boom.
So sick. Bunch of dead fish in the area.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what happens to the marine wildlife there? They just don't give a fuck.
It's like that meme of Willem Dafoe just looking up. Yeah, but I don't think it's feasible. Even this guy who streamed this launch, he's trying to fix their problem for them and be like, Elon, do this, and like make stubby starships, make
Elon
the top part
wants a
not
big,
so
long
tall.
one, right?
Yeah, exactly. That seems to be where it's going, but 12 to 16 launches for one vehicle seems excessive in my opinion.
It does. What a show.
Wasteful.
We ran the gamut from
Saturday show.
I know, a Saturday show, and then maybe even one next week, right?
Yeah.
Possibly. Let's see here. I was trying to think of what gigs I have coming up. What gigs? But I don't think I have any that I can recall right now. I'm sure I'll talk about them sometime soon. Alan, what do you got coming up? Anything?
Not really. Follow me on Instagram at Citrus in Your Eye for the gardening content, big pumpkin stuff, big watermelon stuff. Next week, I want to plug my wife's movie that's coming out on HBO Max. She worked on it as the costume supervisor. It's called Miss You, Love You. It's a story about grief and getting over a loss of a loved one when your son can't make it into town, so he sends his assistant. That's the kind of story it is. It's Allison Janney from The West Wing, big star.
Okay. Yeah.
HBO Max on the 29th, next Friday it drops.
HBO Maxing.
Yeah, HBO Maxing. And this movie is by Academy Award-winning director Jim Rash, and this movie is submitted for an Emmy.
Oh, cool.
So it's not nominated, but it's submitted for an Emmy nomination.
And if it gets nominated, then Emmy voters, if you're listening.
Well, yeah, just I'm saying, it's cool. It's a big movie. It's a big deal. And go check it out next week.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
It's not for everybody. I acknowledge
It's not?
No.
Who can't? Who is it not for? Tell me who it would not be for.
Probably a lot of fans of The Boys.
Okay.
You know?
What about ball maxers?
Ball maxers probably wouldn't like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What about head maxers? Shaft maxers? Same
Grief
thing?
maxers, maybe.
Grief maxers. I don't want to know how that's done. That's what happened with those panties, probably.
Yeah.
Potential Problems Podcast. Thanks, Alan. That was a good show.
Yeah.
See ya.
Goodbye.